You could really get screwed around with all these islands. There's islands over there and there and there. One of them's Peavy Island. That's about it. I think it's in Canada, really. I think if you flew up there, you go across into Canada. I don't want to do that. I get in trouble, probably. All right, now I got to take these glasses off.
Traffic to return base 2159.
Okay, I'm heading directly for Lakeman. The only trouble is my ground speed is now 50, and I'm going 65. So I got a 15-mile-an-hour headwind. Plus I'm going sideways. I can see that. I would say go down lower and get under the wind, but I'm not sure that makes any difference. I'm at 1,500 feet now, so I think that sea level here on Lake Erie is 600 feet. Like I say, this thing flies hands off, at least if you're not in a bunch of thermals and stuff. And I think the airport over there is about 18 miles from Ortman, so that's the first place I flew when I went to Lake Erie. Me and another guy, we didn't even have life jackets, and we just decided, hey, let's go there. So we flew out. On the day we flew out, there were so many fishing boats and stuff out there, I think you'd have trouble finding a place where you could put it in the water without hitting a boat. There's a lot of them. So, but it is kind of spooky out here. You can see where right weather conditions, you could really get lost and end up in Canada real easy. I see a wake from something out there. Must be a jet ski, something real small. Way out here. I think that's a jet ski or something so small. It's going real fast. Could be a speedboat or something, but it's a very big one. But I do think I should head back because I think they said after 2 o'clock there's a chance of thunderstorms and stuff. It is getting real overcast now. It's not looking near so good. I should have started out earlier this morning, I guess. I was fooling around with the cameras. That was trying to give me a hard time. I'm not sure, but I think maybe I see drops of water on the windshield. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be out here when it's raining. That's no good. Better step it up a little bit. I'm 5,200 RPM. I'm descending. I'm not down to 1,500 yet, but I'm getting there. Yep, those are raindrops. Sure are. I see them now. Oh, that's just great. I'd say the winds are higher than what I thought they'd be, but the waves are about what they predicted. The waves look right. They're real low, those waves. There's almost no wave activity, so maybe there's not much wind on the ground, I guess, when you get down low enough, down close to the lake. But I don't want to be out here when it's raining. That doesn't sound like a good idea. So, let's see, Wakeman's 25 miles yet, it says. Not making progress very fast, am I? Why that is. 70-mile-an-hour airspeed and 60-mile-an-hour ground speed. About 10 mile an hour. I guess that's what they said. It'd be 11, I guess. But this is very pleasant flying out here because it's not too bumpy. At least not right now. And I'm only turning 5,000 RPM. And Wakeman, where I got to go, is a little bit more this way, but I kind of like staying a little close to the land. I'm not as high as I was. I think I'm making a little better progress down here. I'm still going 50, 52, 55 mile an hour and only 65 in the air. So, yeah, 10 and 11 mile an hour. I guess they were about right. That's what it is, and I must be going straight into it. Southeast, that's where we're going. Yep, southeast exactly. Look at my compass. I got a compass on the floor. Nobody can see that. But after today, I won't be flying this anymore. if somebody wanted to see it fly, you're going to have to look at the videos or else fly it yourself. And I'm not going to let you fly it unless you give me the money in my hand. So, most people that's been interested anyway are talking about taking it apart and hauling it on a trailer. They don't want to fly it anywhere. You know, a long trip, some of them maybe never flew very far, and they're not used to the kind of happy-go-lucky way we fly these ultralights. And you got different people. You got some of them that want to be real scientific, and they got free GPSs and all kinds of ADSBs and transponders and computers with them, and a lot of stuff, and lots of gauges to look at. I mean, if you look at a Cessna, you can't see where you're going. There's a big panel in there with all kinds of gauges and instruments and, you know, rate of climb. What have I got for rate of climb? Well, do I need to look out the window and see? If I really want to know, a GPS tells me here, like right now I'm going up 4 feet a minute. You know, it tells me on the GPS. I don't understand why I have to have all. They want you to have a little ball in a tube that rolls back and forth, but I don't have one of them. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing like that in here. But that's just supposed to, I guess, help you make your turns right. But like I say, I rock my wings like this, and I figure out what it takes to coordinate a turn, and I don't worry about it. Sometimes you're in wind and you're just blowing around like a leaf. It's impossible to fly this thing like you're in any kind of precision. Now I feel it getting bouncy again, see? We're getting close to land. But, you know, there's all different types of people that fly. And I guess because I learned to fly ultralights first, and one of the things they want me to do is do dead stick landings, and I think that was real good, because eventually you get real confidence and you shut your engine off and you can land in a field. They make you practice that as part of your training. Mostly because at that time, most of the ultralights were single ignition, and you could foul a plug or something. You could come down when you weren't expecting it, and you had to know exactly how to go about doing that, but it isn't too hard. If the engine quits, it's just all of a sudden you're flying a glider, and then you got to decide, well, now what am I going to do? And, you know, select a field or something to hit that doesn't look too hard. But I don't think I fly like a lot of other people do. They tend to want to make it more complicated. They want to go faster. They want to go higher. And I don't feel the urge to want to do that. I don't want to go faster. I don't want to go higher. I don't want a metal airplane, because if it gets caught in the hail, it's going to get all dented up. You get dents in one thing, well, what are you going to do? Well, you got to take that whole panel off to replace it or something. They're a lot harder to fix. And this thing's covered with fabric. It's just glued on there. It's easy to fix this thing. I just never had the urge, that's all. Never had the urge. So, the guy that buys this airplane, he's got to want to have something simple, easy to repair, and cheap to fly. Then this is what he's looking for. But most of them don't see it that way. And also, they're scared of a tail dragger. Well, a tail dragger flies the same as tricycle gear. There's no difference once you're in the air. You can't tell what the wheels are like on it. And if you took a tail dragger and you taxi around on the ground for about 30 minutes, people aren't going to want to do that, but they'll get bored. They'll say, oh, I'm taxiing and I can steer it okay. Well, you want to keep doing that. And you can maneuver real good. It steers great on the ground, but you are steering with the back wheel. So then you want to get used to going a little faster and get the tail up in the air. Because the minute that tail wheel comes off the ground, then it steers great, just like any other airplane. But when the tail wheel's on the ground, it's different because there's springs that are pulling that tail wheel, so you're not really able to make it go real precise you're going fast on the ground. So I tried eliminating those springs, but I did notice most airplanes had them. And I did. I eliminated the springs. I put metal tubes in place of the spring on there. It was an easy thing to do to try. And I could fly it great, no problem. Until I come in and tried to land on a paved runway. And the minute that tail wheel hits that pavement, it's such a jar. I mean, it shakes this plane, you know, a little too violent. I think I had maybe a 9-mile-an-hour crosswind, and that's enough to really say, wow, that's too violent. You know, what would happen if I had a big crosswind? That might snap the plane in half. So I put the springs back right away. But I did try it. I think some of them use like a hard plastic wheel instead of an air-filled rubber tire like I got, and the plastic kind of skid sideways on cement, and that might work pretty good. I've seen them with them little hard plastic tail wheels, and that might work. That might be all right.